Help. I'm off the button again. How long have I been talking? I'm just going to invite Cody in. Cody, I'm just going to have you come in because I have just been having technical difficulty after technical difficulty.
I am actually having technical difficulties, Ed. I cannot seem to hear you. I'm sure you're saying lovely things.
No, I had the mic on mute.
The Easton Outpost.
And I just gave up talking. So let me
usually. So let me see if I can figure out what's going on here.
So welcome again, everyone, to the show. I know I was probably talking with the mute button on. Everybody's twerking for the weekend.
Oh, there we go. Wow. That's sultry. Ed, I'm honored to hear you. I'm honored to be on. How you doing tonight?
Thank you. I mean, I had so much technical difficulty myself. The wrong screen I had the button muted. I had no mic on, and I thought I unmuted it too. You know what the problem is? You probably can't tell, but the button is on. Yeah, it's on the opposite side of my eyeballs. So I never really know. Of course, yours is lighting up to let you know, right? That it's working.
Yes. And I have it. There's no actual button, but if you touch the top,
it'll.
And then
you're muted.
Yep, exactly.
Oh my God, that's very cool. It's a very fun little thing, and you know that's why you're here, because I really admired your set, and you know I considered doing something similar. My bedroom is still kind of set up from like 2002 when I majored in anthropology, and so I needed like a peaceful place. So before I started going to school, I like decorated it all in like leather colors, tan, and artifacts, and like my hookah.
Yes.
So all these fun things.
There.
Oh, so I really admired your set. You know, I ended up going with the green screen because it really helps me show all the little goblins, you know?
Yeah, no. I mean, in your case, it absolutely does. But you have shown me the other, and it's sick. And I think you should do a special episode.
Okay, yeah. I think I have to probably
give
go
the people
in and
a little sample.
You got to tweak it. I got to tweak it a little bit since it's been a while, you know. add some new
Okay.
artifacts. So Cody, I really don't know a lot about you. I get a vibe from your channel that you're, you adventure minded. You're part of the Silly Hat Clan, the
That's right.
khaki shirt gang.
That's right.
So how did you dive into becoming an adventurer of sorts?
Well, so 2 years ago, I started vigorously checking, like, satellite imaging, any that I could find, Google Earth. There's a couple other ones that are pretty decent, especially if you pay for them. So I was just searching the jungle, trying to find, uh anything in the jungle that didn't look right, any heaven forbid, actual visible ruins. um and it turns out there's actually a lot when you look. um and I, was crossing off ones that, were by known sites, and trying to find ones that were way out in the middle of nowhere. And I found a particular site, and I started gearing up. I started planning for it, and then I found out that my fourth one was on the way. So, put that on hold, and, she's she's one now, but in the meantime, I started my channel, the East 10 Outpost, and I've always had a very curious mind. I like to think about the what ifs of history, outside the box questions. A lot of the orthodox ideas, they don't really vibe with me. We don't know is the honest to God truth, right? There's a lot of things we don't know. And when they try and put things in, we know boxes, it feels very disingenuous to me. It always has. And it feels not terribly scientific. We should be speculating. We should be putting forward hypotheses, not, oh, wow, you solved the answers. All right, cool. Let's move along. Nothing to see here. So I guess that's where it started, and I've since then built my channel, tried to get down a certain shtick and have something that's a little bit different than all the other offerings out there. Because I mean, there's plenty of storytellers, there's plenty of people talking about these things. So I wanted to do
Yeah.
something a little different. I wanted to have a bit of a vibe and a character shtick, if you will, and be able to have a little bit of fun with it, because I don't have a PhD. I don't, have any fancy degrees to stick behind why anybody should give a damn what I'm talking about. So really, I just want to be a good storyteller, and I want to do them justice when I take the time to tell a story. But uh, I'm getting to the point now that my daughter's, a little older than one. And I can start gearing up and get out there. So I'm going to in February, and hopefully you'll come along with us, Ed. I would like if you did. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested. I have to make sure that I'm following the correct path. I'm kind of on a little bit of a instinctual flow of woo right now myself. So
You gotta.
which way the energy is pulling me right now? What's
You,
that?
it's the hermetic principles, and you got to go with the flow, buddy. You gotta
Yeah.
you gotta follow those patterns, those vibrations, and just roll with it. So I
Yeah.
encourage you to
I
keep doing that.
now, I don't know if you still fully answered my question though. Like you said that you decided to investigate jungle ruins, and where
Yeah.
did that even just spawn from?
Man, I guess lifelong. I've always wanted to do that. I had my first son really young, so I jumped right into that, like, Matrix life, But I've always wanted to be in media. I've always wanted to explore, to get out and, I guess, just follow my passions out there, which these things have always enticed me. They've always been running through my mind. My mom used to, I give her a lot of credit. She read to me a lot when I was young. And
Hmm.
my favorite thing was, like, ghost stories and the like, mysterious history books that are more geared towards children, like the old Nat Geo Kids articles and stuff, when they actually used to encourage you to be curious. And they would point out, like, we never found a mummy in these. Were they tombs? Question mark. Like, it wasn't like these are tombs.
Right.
So,
Right. Okay.
like being a '90s kid was cool, man.
I
Like
think that's important today too, and I don't know why people lose that sort of sense of
of wonder.
wonder.
Yes,
Yeah.
people should
Very,
be curious.
very strange sort of. It's a little disappointing that just on the, like, especially in Reddit for me, it's just the people are just so cynical. It's
Yes.
awful.
Well, we live in a time where, like Indiana Bones here, a lot of our heroes are dead, right? They've stomped them into the ground. They've shown they're not actually people to look up to or even fictitious idols to have. And it's disappointing. So I think, Ed, that it's important that now more than ever, while we have the ability in a new market platform setting like this to get out there, be the innovators, be the storytellers, be the educators, when the people who should be doing it are not doing a very good job of it. So I know you're big on education through entertainment. I know that's one of your things.
Yeah,
So
you nail that, I think, with the
uh,
with the backdrop, and like you said, with the whole sort of a character. It's almost like Mr. Rogers' Adventurous Neighborhood sort of thing.
it's so funny you said that. I was just talking to somebody today, and I was like, I've been trying some new cinematic things, and they were like, okay, describe it. And I was like, okay, this might sound silly, but almost like if Mr. Rogers was talking from a jungle outpost and telling you stories about history, and he wasn't 100, like that's that. But like, yeah. So it's funny you say that because
Yeah.
some of the like sweeping shots, the way it'll zoom in when he's saying certain things, I came up on that stuff, and it's very entertaining, and it made me want to listen. It made me want to learn. And I think it's lost in a world where there's all these jump shots, and it's
Hmm.
like pow, 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 pow. Everything is
All these fast cuts, right?
oh
Yeah.
man, I can't even imagine like if you got seizures from the strobe lights. Some of these
I
videos would
put
have
those
to
in
be
the
hard to watch.
I put them in I put those in my TikToks too.
Yeah. Well, I like.
Strobe lights.
Are you playing the game, Ed?
I mean, like TikTok, I feel like I know I'm just
Yeah,
usually
it's
posting like
mandatory.
I'm posting like one picture too. So it's like, how can I make the picture sort of, move or animated or something?
Well, the 100 jump cuts of video, like I don't understand it, but there's a very obvious style and pattern now, and I try and be a little different, have a little different offering, I guess.
Now, you've told us a little bit about your personal life when you say like you had your first child. Like where, when, and where was this? Where in America? Or
I lived in California at the time, and my
ooh,
wife and I had been together a year. We were working on our first place together, and we were 18 at the time. And that was the first one. And then number 4 came at 28.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's been it, and then obviously 2 spaced in between there. 2 boys, 2 girls. So that's the real
Wow.
adventure, man. I tell you.
I'm old enough to be a grandfather. I managed to dodge those bullets. I might be shooting blanks. Speaking of bullets, I don't know.
I was going to say I apparently don't mess with bullets. I don't.
Well, congratulations. I
Thank you.
suppose you're doing what you're supposed to be doing.
That's right. The good Lord said, "Be
I,
fruitful and multiply." So there I
yeah,
went.
and I'll just continue to be selfish. Hey, let's take a look at some of our comments
All
real
right.
quick. See what we got here. All right, we've got ourselves some groovy little alien head and the Vulcan. The Vulcan, hello. We got Skywatch saying he's in the X chat.
The Vulcan hello. Is
Many
that
there. I don't know what that is. Let's see. I did not miss Ed goofing though. Okay. Oh yeah, me and the freaking videos, right? I start off everything. Agreed. We need wonderment. Okay, cool. Let's see what else this says. Hi, Cody. Hi, Ed from New Zealand. Carl Shine in New Zealand.
Welcome from New Zealand, mate.
Skywatch says you guys are doing it. That's something we said
Hello,
earlier. We'll probably have to keep up with yes, a narrative driven by the wow factor. Let's see. I'm like, hopefully no one's saying anything rotten because I'm just Cody is steampunk meets Indiana Jones meets Sid and Marty Krofft. Yes.
So there was just a thing on X that made me laugh because it was like 3 fictional characters, and I was like, ooh, Indiana Jones, Rick O'Connell, and Zap Brannigan from Futurama.
Okay, so wait, like Rick O'Connell is from
The Mummy.
Oh,
which is like he wears the suspenders with the gun holster, and those are actually hanging over my chair over there. But
I
wear the vest.
I was staring at those before. And then who was your third one again?
Zap Brannigan. Zap Brannigan.
That's like Futurama. The over the top hero.
Yeah, well, when I like really lay on the voice and be extra cheesy sometimes, like I try and achieve a certain level of B-movie quality intentionally.
Right.
And Zap Brannigan is like an important part of that character for me. So like I actually draw a lot off that silly ass reference.
Okay. Well, I too picked Indiana Jones.
Yep.
And then I picked Captain Picard, but like specifically Captain Picard in like the last episode where everyone thinks he's going nuts because he's time traveling around. But do you know Picard actually did influence me in archaeology as well, which is kind of interesting because he ends up doing the xenoanthropology thing in one of the episodes, and they chase this alien artifact around to the what do they call them? The progenitors or something, the people that created all of the races.
I never watched Star Trek.
Well, you may have to watch at least that episode then, because
I will now. Yeah,
because it's an artifact episode, and that was before. I swear, if it wasn't for Patrick Stewart, I might not have ever become an actor and learned Shakespeare. I might not have done archaeology, even though of Indiana Jones, and I might not have shaved my head too.
Yeah.
So he was very, very, very influential. Crap! It's 3:36. I'm 3 minutes late, Doc. Here we go. Here we go. Sky, it's awesome to see you both together. And lay off.
I appreciate you being here, Sky.
He's thinking of me because my mustache ends up playing. I call it like Sistine Chapel. My mustache hair touches my nose hair, and it's like,
Dude, I wish I could grow a beard like that. Skywatch, I can't lay off the cheese. In fact, I have to like pedal to the floor, which is why I do the chop sideburns as dramatically as possible too.
So
because I can't Wolverine? Grow. Oh yeah, I do. Sometimes I'll angle them to be more Wolverine-y. Right now, I'm almost going with like the greaser chops. I don't know. Okay. There's subtle nuance to it. Depends what angles I shave on it.
The AI put a beard on you in the last picture.
Yeah. Okay. I found out AI has absolutely no comprehension of mutton chops. It once actually generated meat on my face.
Well, like, how it is.
I do it by hand now.
Yeah. I do a lot of the Photoshop afterwards instead of fighting it because like it doesn't want to do the 3 fingers.
God damn it! AI is supposed to be taking over the world, and we're still working our fingers to the bone.
It's true. Well, how about this? It would recreate your entire living room, but when I tried to make an alien with 3 fingers, it just couldn't do that.
Nope, too much. You crossed the line, sir. You have now asked too much.
Oh my God. Okay, so we found out a little bit more, and it sounds like much of your curiosity may have even been inspired by your mother. And of course, reading for me was huge as well. I would go to the Scholastic book fairs and
yes. I loved those. I was a sucker for that crap.
And it's ironic because a lot of the books I would get were like Secret Code and like monsters. I'm like, well, that's relative today, what I do. So it's weird how your decisions may influence you. And I always say to parents too, make sure you encourage your kids' interests, whatever that may be, Mm-hmm. So what made you start the channel then itself? Like this is a big kind of endeavor, I feel.
I had to wait.
You had to build that set too, right?
I did. So when I realized I was going to have to put my plans on hold, I was like, all right, I might as well do something in the meantime. I might as well build a base. I might as well build contacts because I'm a networker. I like to do that, and so I started an X. I started assembling things for my set, and everything. None of it's random. Everything has been picked very particularly. I get it from antique stores and all over the place. East Tennessee is amazing for the antiques.
For the antique stores,
Oh
right?
yeah. Oh man,
Yeah.
everywhere. Um, so I've assembled everything very carefully.
Hmm.
The idea comes from when you're standing in the line queue for the Indiana Jones ride at Disneyland.
Hmm. Yes.
You go by Indy's field office, and I always looked in there as a kid, and I was like, "Damn, I would love to just spend 5 minutes in there." Like knowing it was fake and everything, like I still just everything about it immersed me so much. I was like, I would feel so happy to just sit in there in that dust and with these things. And so I built it now because I'm an adult and I can do whatever I
Yeah.
want.
Right. And that's my friend and I were talking about that meme out there. It turns out in life that you can just do stuff.
Yeah, you can. Nobody's stopping you. It is actually,
It's amazing. So, and that's kind of
yeah.
how I live my life. You know, I tell people I don't know if I want it to be Indiana Jones or Harrison Ford, so I try to do a little bit of both. You know, very
I
good.
would much rather be indie, as long as we don't count the last movie as canon.
Oh
I'll count
my
Crystal Skull.
god.
People don't give it enough love. That's a
Well,
different
well,
story, different day.
oh, but the last movie I think
We're not
made
going to talk
Crystal
about it.
Skull look like uh made
Cinema
Crystal Skull look
brilliance.
like a masterpiece.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did. Yeah, I
So I was
watched
like,
the first
I
45
take
minutes
it
and
back. Let me
stopped.
go watch that again.
Yeah, everything I ever said, I was wrong. It's a good movie.
Amazing, right?
Amazing.
I even feel the same way. Like I kind of dissed the Star Wars prequels when they came out, but then they came out with the sequels, and it's like, oh, wow,
Yeah.
those were really good.
I felt vindicated because the prequels were my movies. They were my childhood. I grew
That was
up
your
on those.
timing,
So
right?
I was like, this shit's great. I saw it one, and then 4, 5, 6, and then 2 in the theaters, and then 3 in the theaters.
What's the subject? The subject's Cody.
Yeah, we're just sorry. There's no science here tonight.
There's no little monsters tonight. 86 brain-eating vampiric tadpoles for today. We'll give that topic a break. Nobody believes it anyway. So
I think you're onto something, Ed. That's why we talked about it. I like it.
I think so, but it's very strange the time delay. So I got to keep pushing it. I got to keep getting the word out there. So what are you working on though? What's your next big topic? So it sounds like, is this trip the main focus then?
I don't know how visible it actually is on camera. The quest for ancient civilizations is the next thing I will have a big hand in. And that's going to be in Scottsdale, Arizona, December 5th through the 7th. And there's going to be AJ from the Y-Files, Gary from Nerdrotic, Jimmy Corsetti. Oh my Lord, there's a million people. David H. Childress, Michael Collins, Michael Button.
David Childress. Huh?
Yes. Hugh Newman, Dan Richards, Dana Gahill, William Henry, JJ Ainsworth. There's a lot of people.
Wow.
Yeah, cool. And there's going to be some surprises too, but I'm going to be there. I'm going to be part of the announce team with Gary from Nerdrotic. So really looking forward to that. But then after that will be the expedition. And in between all of that, I do content. I try to do it every week, but sometimes it'll be every other week for my long form videos. And then usually every week for a short. I can usually get a news of the old world out once a week. And that's like
how
fresh
long is that?
Breaking news.
Okay. How long? How long the breaking news short video? How long is that content?
3 minutes or less. 3 minutes or less. So I keep it snappy, and like I say, it's always pretty fresh, breaking archaeological ancient news, sometimes space news, but I try and keep it snappy, keep it fun. So
Okay,
sometimes I
yeah.
throw in some silly stuff.
Very
Kinky
cool. Very
Caveman, my
cool.
most underappreciated video.
What's it called?
Kinky Caveman.
And what is that about?
Well, they found this spot that
And then this is on
Neanderthals.
YouTube.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
And everybody needs to go watch it because if you don't laugh, you're not a fun person. Don't
Okay.
find yourself if it
Everybody
doesn't
look
make
up
you
Kinky
chuckle.
Caveman on
Yes.
Cody's East 10 Outpost.
Some
YouTube.
of the art, I have Neanderthals like nestling each other, and oh my god, it's so funny. Please just it needs to be appreciated more. But they found this spot that Neanderthals and Homo sapiens would meet up and just bang. Like it was a yearly just meet up and bang migration.
Mm-hmm.
That was it.
I see.
Just some
Very
DNA
interesting.
swapping. So
yeah.
every once in a while I'll throw in a silly story
About the banging Neanderthals. Interesting. Yeah, I wonder what that's about. I have my theories based on a couple of the mythos of the world. The Dogon people suggest that the serpent mother mates with her generations the generations that follow. Very nice.
I'm familiar with the Dogon.
And let's see here. That looks like what I would call the maybe a couple of different
sorry.
things here. A seated god kind of pose, right?
They look to be in contemplation, is what symbolically I derive from this. He has a fairly neutral face. It's actually, if you can see close, the side is crooked up into a smile, into a smirk.
Mm-hmm.
And as a guy who loves to smirk, I really found that appealing about him. I was like, this my man. And interesting story about that guy. He actually moves on his own.
Okay, how's that?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I did a video on it because I'll frequently just find him in a different place than he was left, and not dramatically. He just turns about a little bit.
I see. Very interesting.
That's the risk of buying antiques.
You never know if you get something that's haunted or not, huh?
It might
you
have
inspire
a
me. I think
little dust.
I think about, when one of the hurricanes came by, instead of taking like the main highways out of Florida, I just crept along the center, old-fashioned, old-time roads, and there's so many little antique stores. That's real Florida there in the center of the state.
That's the good stuff.
Not where all the shopping plazas are and the tourists. Let's see here. We got somebody saying, we see Jimmy Corsetti. Say hi for Jason Bearshears. He'll know who he is. Okay. Can anyone drop a link to Cody's YouTube, please? I might be able to do that. Oh,
Lloyd, I know get your producer on it. Okay, I mean, Ed for Lloyd.
I used to have a producer, right?
Quick, every follow matters. Man,
I guess it does. Ultimately, what's my goal is to get the word out there. Actually, it's funny. I type in your thing and I just get other people's videos of it.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like the algorithm has ejected me entirely because I've gotten more than 3 videos with a little content warning skirt. So now they don't play ball with me.
Yeah.
So I can see in my analytics.
TikTok, which I thought was going to be the land of free speech, they keep quashing my videos. Like tonight, they took away my live again. They're like, okay, you got it. No, you took it away again. You posted those bodies again. Take it away. Yeah,
they don't let us have no fun.
What is your address then? Because it is not
at East 10 Outpost.
At East 10 Outpost, guys, if you're listening.
That's what it is everywhere.
There it is.
Whatever your preferred social media, but I don't keep up on any of them but X and YouTube. But I am on all of them. I even have a website at east10outpost.com.
Good job.
That's not set up yet.
Yeah, and I did pretty good with that Tridactyls. I think I got most of the big ones except for Instagram. And so
is it still available?
Instagram, it's some kid who's promoting like Yoda.
I mean, Yoda's cool. I do like Yoda, but
yeah, well, Yoda's, there you go. Yoda's our pop culture Tridactyl. But I
got to
wanted to
bribe
ask
that
you,
kid.
do you have a specific like culture or peoples that draw you to all of this?
I do. And the very next big video that I'm working on is actually about them. And I suppose maybe the last couple have been the Maya. I'm unashamedly biased towards the Maya. I think they
Okay, good
were
to know.
so understated. I mean, as far as the education that we get about them, they
Mm-hmm.
they should be put on the same level or above the ancient Egyptians without question. Uh, Category for category,
Yeah, I get it. I get why
there's
you
no
would
argument.
suggest that. They seem to have just a more, they're more organized, they're more lasting impression, right?
Well, and you could say this about multiple South American societies,
Sure.
but my favorite's the Maya, and that's the answer.
Yeah.
So, the any chance I get, I try and tell their stories. I try and bring light to new discoveries that are coming out. And the new one will be about their calendar and about how
Mm-hmm.
good they were at predicting calamity. Because, we've got giant, might be spaceships, might be space
Mm-hmm.
rocks flying in our system
Mm-hmm.
right now. We've got
Which seems to be like par for the course in just the way this world is like this past, I don't know how long,
it's
10,
not
20
even
years.
there's a meme that is so perfect. It's like the biblically accurate angel. And he
Mm-hmm.
says, "Be not afraid." And it's like the NPC guy that's like all frazzled, smoking a cigarette. And he's like,
Yeah.
"I'm not." And he's like, "You're not scared?" And he's like, "Nah, man, it's been a really weird day." Like, and I'm like, damn, that's so relatable.
So
Like,
Wolf says the Mayan was part of Egyptian culture in the past. You know what they
some
say is
might
that
say.
there's lumpers and dividers, right? And I think it's almost like music. Like, when does heavy metal become rock and roll and all this sort of silliness? And even with the species of the homo this and homo that, it's like it seems just like are we just really splitting hairs here of what is what? It just, and who knows how much of this is individual variation? I mean, look at, you put me next to Shaquille O'Neal, and I'm gonna look like I'm the little people that live under the bridge. So I mean, it's
The
like
Homo flores
variation is
or
so
whatever,
different.
the
But
hobbits.
yeah, the hobbits, exactly. But I like to suggest that, in my opinion, there had to be a singular human proto culture. So
Right,
at
yeah.
one point, all of this comes
We
down
diverged
to
from everywhere.
one people. And I think that's my ultimate woo message from what I do, is that it's one planet, it's one people, and we're the Earthlings. Get used to it.
One
So let's
tribe.
open it
I
up to
agree.
some questions out there to the audience, because we got a good crowd out there today. We got people commenting. Got Wolf saying hello. Wolf, did you ever send me your address to get your Tridactyl head? And we will be giving away another
I'm
Tridactyl
jealous.
head before Cody leaves. Now, Cody, since you're on the show today, I don't just give you one, but you get 1% for
Okay.
being on the show. You get another 1% because you shared one of my posts without even asking. And then I'm going to give you another 1% because you also threw me a shout out on what's the
Oh,
other
yeah.
show. Did you talk about that, by the way?
Breaking
Talk about your other
ancient
show
news.
real quick.
Yes, yeah, I'm actually all over the place. You can find me on Mike and Dave's Multiverse. I'm hosting with them very frequently, as we run through all of our guests for the uh, Quest for Ancient Civilizations conference. Gosh, my brain's spaghetti at this point in the evening. Sorry. So I'm on there frequently, but the one that I'm on twice a month, it's Aaron, myself, and Dave, and it's Breaking Ancient News, BAN, Breaking Ancient News. So yeah, we're trying to shout you out wherever we can. Ed, we like you. You're
Well, I
doing good
also
work.
liked your content. I thought that was I liked your guys' format. I thought that was very fun. It was cool to have the different personalities and
Thank
chit
you.
chat and working together. So that was nice. Very good.
I try and be more Cody and less like East 10 when I'm on there.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I don't know who I am anymore, I used to be, at first I kind of started off, I'm like, hi, I'm Alien Ed, let's have fun. And then it's like, then I started finding like pineal glands and cannibalistic larvae, and then things just started getting weird.
Right. My old videos look very different because like I had more of a shtick. And at this point I've combined East 10 and Cody to be, just Cody turned up to like 11 maybe. So that's good kayfabe anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, what does that mean again?
Kayfabe, it's like the wrestling term for keeping the performance alive, keeping the
Okay.
veil up,
I
which they
did.
don't do anymore, but
I
I
tried to
respect
become
the
a
art.
manager. I tried to apply for being a wrestling manager.
That would be friggin' dope. You'd be good at that, Ed.
I didn't quite. I was like, well, I'm definitely not going in the ring, so I know
That is
better.
also me. That is also me. That's just my backup channel that right
Okay.
now I upload things to,
So
Lloyd.
yeah, so the East 10 Investigates is also Cody. It is not
But
a knockoff.
no, but I upload less frequently there. The Outpost one is the one you want to be on if you actually want like diligently uploaded content. The other one I just like throw it up and I'm like maybe people will come, and turns out like
Mm.
300 people have.
So what I'm going to do
So
here in a second, Cody, I'm going to share the remaining numbers on our giveaway because the
I'm
numbers
up
are counting down.
3%.
So I say 3%, but since we've already actually rolled a bunch of numbers, that means you probably have a better chance to win than that.
I'm going to be honest. I'm really bad at math, Ed. So
Well, I'm going to roll
lean on you for
I'm
this
going to
one,
roll
buddy.
100-sided dice tonight.
Oh God.
Okay. Let's see. Let's share the number channel.
I wish I had a knockoff. Dang, I'm still kind of chuckling about that. Like when I make it, I'll have a knockoff.
Now, can you see the numbers?
They're very small. I'm also blind, but they're very small.
I will. Let's see if I can make big. I make big. Let's see. A little better.
Well, you got to talk to it sweeter than that.
Yeah. I'm gonna blow in its ear.
Yeah.
Okay. How better?
Yeah.
Okay.
I still can't see it, but it's good.
I think you're on here already somewhere.
I hope. I've been trying, man. Puka Uma is lonely in my case.
Oh, there it is. I just have it. I got you. You are on here twice already. How cool. Okay, so you got to pick some new numbers. What are they going to be?
Oh God, what isn't taken? I'm gonna have to stick my face.
18 is the smallest one not taken.
Okay, let's take 18. How many do I get to pick?
3.
Okay, read me some. Give me a mid-range number.
So mid-range, I see anything from 49, 54, 56, 57, 59.
57.
57. 57 Chevy.
That's good.
Okay. One more.
Okay. Give me a high range.
93, 94, 95, yes, or 91?
I like 93. 93.
93. This is fun.
That would be 333.
Yeah, we got Wolf is one of the winners already. Let's see if there's any other winners. Oh, Sky is a winner. Sky, I'm going to try. No, not him. Not that Wolf. Sky, I'm going to try to deliver in person if he comes to Florida. How fun will that be?
Got to get out to Arizona, Ed.
Yeah. When we wrap the show, let's see if we can still chat a little, or maybe even just online. Okay, so here's the next part. Everyone can see the screen. We're going to roll the D100, and let's see who wins a Josephina skull. And since you missed my message earlier, don't forget to go to Tridactyls.com. Check out our shop. We've got original art, not AI. We got a fine artist who is into speculative evolution, and he did a larva on larva predation diagram for me, and you can get that in t-shirts and stickers and fun stuff like that. Trying to make the phenomenon approachable. Here we go. D100 coming in hot. Number 5. Now, if it's someone that we've already rolled, which it is, we're going to roll again. This is going to end up being boring as we get older into this stuff.
You have great merch. I just want to say, Ed.
I do. Okay.
Well, I enjoy it. I think it's. I looked through it and I was like, damn, I'm going to have to get me some of this because it's good stuff, but I like it.
Looks like this one's Gears. Gears won already also, so we get to roll again. See, this is one problem as the numbers get less and less that I might do this for 10 minutes, I'm afraid. 77.
Lonely in here. She needs
77
company.
Is Sarah B. I don't know who she is, but Sarah B. is our winner.
Congratulations, Sarah B.
I am sorry, Mr. Cody. We will try again, and we will keep you
Forever
interested. That's my goal, is to keep you and everyone else interested, to see if Cody actually wins, or if Ed just ends up sending him on eventually.
I think you've cheated the dice. You've weighed them somehow digitally. You've talked to AI and you've convinced it. You've gone on that dice, Rock 30 mode.
It is no longer random, huh?
Yeah, I see. That's all right.
We'll have to see Sarah B. Yeah.
Lonely for now. Congratulations, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah, for watching. And if she doesn't, that's okay. If she doesn't claim it, doesn't matter if she does or doesn't, because we will try again next week. And we'll see who will be our winner for our Tridactyl skull. Before we say goodbye, though, I do want to, what's Wolf saying no for? Cast a small Tridactyl skull, says Lloyd. What did you win? Says Rubate. Oh, everyone else wanted to play tonight. Yeah, well, I'm sorry. I just did Cody. Next week, guys.
Sorry, Rue. I got preferential treatment, mate.
No, he didn't count us. I'm sorry, guys. Next time. But I do want to open up for any questions for Cody. Anyone out there have any questions for him?
And I appreciate you stopping by, Rue. Thank you, sir. Good to see you.
Yeah, normally I give everybody an extra percentage today for coming to the show, but we were weighing it in your favor.
Well, thank you. And I still didn't win. May the odds forever be in my favor.
I cheated for you, and you still didn't win.
I know. Damn. That's how it goes for me.
So, guys, any questions out there for Cody, Lloyd, Rue, Wolf? Who else we got out there? Carl in New Zealand. Let's see.
New Zealand and Australia are two places I really want to go.
I always wanted to go to Australia, and I don't know. I guess that turned out to be just like one of those. I always wanted to go to Australia, Africa. I never ended up going. I tell you, I'm always the near miss on the adventures. When the museum team went out west to dig for dinosaur bones, I had to watch the museum.
That's being good at your job, bud.
I know. And then we were supposed to, I was learning Arabic, and the museum team was supposed to go to North Africa, Morocco, and we were supposed to go on a dinosaur fossil hunt there also, and that just didn't happen. Here we go. We got a question coming in. When is Cody going to platform the new interview style? Oh, what is that?
Oh, I don't know, Rue, but I'm trying to platform a new interview style, like I did with Ed's video, and I kind of dipped my toe into it in my conversation with Elizabeth Weiss, and the conversation before that, I kind of dipped my toe into it, but I don't know. I'm still stylistically growing and stretching into my Mr. Rogers persona.
Yeah. Here we go. We got another question coming in. Cody, could you choose 2 other of your videos you'd recommend to watch? And what's the caveman one called again?
Kinky Caveman is that one, but two other ones.
Does anybody know what that's from?
What's the name of the song?
It's from the Caveman movie. Ringo Starr, I think is
okay. Two other ones. I really like the one that I did on the ancient stone vases. That after I went on Matt Bell's Limitless, plug for his channel. If you're not watching Matt, you should. I liked that one. So precision ancient hardstone vases would be that one, and then. Another one, one of my recent ones, the prehistoric humans and dinosaurs. I had a lot of fun with that one. And the more I got into it and stuff I had seen, right as I was about to finish editing the video, I was like, you know what? This is actually pretty fun. So if you want a taste of kind of where my channel is going stylistically, those are good ones. If you want a good story, the Noah's Ark, the floods, fedoras, and I forget the full name of that one, but
Doors.
yeah, it's the one I did on Noah's Ark. That's a good one too, because they think they might have found it up in the Caucasus Mountains, which is an interesting story. So
Okay.
I dive into that and kind of lay out the evidence we have so far, and I enjoy telling these stories. So if you enjoy that and a little bit of fun and flair to it, well, I got you covered.
Wow.
Esoteric things, I like those too.
What
So
do you
I'll
mean?
dabble. Like occult symbology, I enjoy talking about. Hermeticism, I have quite a few things on the channel regarding that specifically. Big fan. So some of
Do you
the
watch the Esoterica? I don't know if the guy's a rabbi or
thank you,
something.
Lloyd. Esoterica, yes, I do. He's
Isn't
kind
he
of
good?
yeah, he's kind of like when he injects his own opinion into stuff, I'm like, I think you might kind of be a dick. But
Yeah.
also
Well, he's got
his,
that kind of. He's got that smarmy kind of. Yeah,
yeah,
I suppose we don't necessarily do that, but I know maybe it's kind of a Jewish thing too. He's like kvetching about that, you know.
yeah,
What's with the
maybe, yeah, maybe, yeah, you could be onto something.
what's with this?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I did watch him for quite a while, and then it got to a point where I was like, just shut up and read me esoteric stories, bro. I want deep occult knowledge, not your dumb opinions. Take me
I
back
like
to
when
the
he gets all
1600s.
smarmy. I don't
Yeah.
know. I guess maybe I like it because it's like, well, I don't look that bad.
Well, he's one of those people that I was like,
I mean,
I could do
no
this.
Paul Wallace. He's no
Yeah.
Paul Wallace, that's for sure.
Yeah, I really do. I like Paul. The guy who runs that channel, The Fifth Kind, he's actually been since my third video. He's been reaching out to me. Shout out to those guys. Go follow them, give them love, just because they've been nice
Paul
to me.
Wallace and the Italian gentleman. I end up having a lot of crossover with them, which is really interesting. Now with Esoterica, I don't feel like I have as much crossover because I think a lot of it's like, to me, it's, I don't know, Victorian interpretation of the past.
I love like secret societies. I keep like a Templar pendant visible at it. I think it's right there. I'm pointing to it. So there's an alchemy chart over my shoulder for like alchemy for dummies, basically a breakdown of like the what you must knows of alchemy symbology. But
maybe we'll have to reboot the Full Moon Society, maybe, or the I don't know. The Hellfire Club might be a little too much for a family man.
Well, I'm gonna have like when I build my full studio outside, because right now I've got a setup in a spare room.
Oh,
but eventually I'm gonna have a mini house that will be the East 10 Outpost, and it'll be a full 360 studio. Guests will be able to come in, and there will be all the microphones and setups to accommodate that, all that kind of stuff. But when I do that, there will be an alchemy tower up top, and I'm not even kidding. So maybe I'll do like how-to alchemy videos. Maybe that's in the near distant future.
I see there's a couple more comments I'd like to get to real quick before we start to wrap it up here. Cody, if you're into Egyptian stone mysteries and want a new scoop, focus in on the Stargate at Karnak. Several of the channels brought it to light when I was at Cornell, and I teamed up with, looks like here's the continuation, Professor of Egyptology, Chris Monroe, who he contacted the French team in charge of the site about the anomalous chemical weathering, interior first, and they removed the stones from all online databases. Well,
that's pretty cool.
That is interesting, isn't it?
I'll definitely poke more into that. Thank you. Yeah,
Wolf is just exactly Wolf's casting a spell here, it looks like, just summoning random deities. Thank you.
Got to be careful out there, man.
Just calling out random demons. Real suspicious activity. Clearly samples taken from one with a stone cutting saw, yet no papers published on them. Yeah, that's a shame. There's anomalies out there.
If it's inconvenient.
I personally, yeah. and you know what I even hear from the academics, I even hear just in the social media, which is the word coincidence. And the coincidence seems to be just the net that you can just use to dismiss all of everything by just saying I no longer believe in coincidences.
Coincidence takes planning.
Takes some fate.
Yeah.
Let me ask you also before we wrap up, do you have any hobbies that you're into? Is there any like pop culture stuff that you like, or
Yeah,
things of that nature?
Yeah, I'm a pop culture junkie. Well, I used to be before almost every property I love got trampled on. So then I was like, well, I'm going to make my own entertainment now. And I turned to people like yourself who are also making entertainment. And Ed, I'm going to be honest. I set my alarm for 3 o'clock in the morning sometimes so that I can make my own content, then go to my regular Matrix job, then come home and edit that content, research future content, make art for that content.
I
And
respect that, sir.
then it's right back to it. So I don't, my hobby has become my passion and my hopefully next career. So
Okay.
they're all merging into one, and we'll see where the road goes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. You know, I still do acting gigs. I had a small part in some Elon Musk movie that's coming out. So
That's cool.
I try to. I'm hoping that that maybe I get some good acting jobs that allows me to keep doing this research, so I too don't have to be fully delved into the Matrix. Of course, people who do know me, I will be playing old Saint Nick again this year. So here's the beard.
Awesome.
And that usually pays pretty well too, and not quite a Matrix job because I get to basically go around and
cool, man.
tell the children that the elves are real, kids. The elves are real, and they have implants.
They seen that naughty shit that you did.
Yeah, exactly. They're not pleased. Well, I want to thank you for coming. This was great.
Thank you for having
I will
me,
add
sir.
you to my lists of people I have interviewed over the years, including Michelle Smith is a former Playboy model from the Speed Channel.
Ooh.
She was very interesting. We've interviewed fencing experts and directors at our acting clubs. So thanks, Cody. I think you're the only one that came with their own home built set though. So
well,
that's
all I can offer, sir. So you are welcome.
Let's see if I can.
Thank you.
I'm going to try to stop this stream here and see if I can still talk to you in this channel. Let's see what happens.
Right.
Thank you, everyone, for listening.
Thank you.
I hope that we'll get you guys some heads next week. So yeah, watch us. We're doing stuff. Bye-bye. Live long and prosper.